time for another review.
Yeah. Back again with another review, but this time, a Barbie from Japan? This isn't Barbie's first adventure in Japan, as that came much earlier, back in 1959, up into 1971. She was still around, but she wasn't the head bitch. That's right, Japanese children much preferred Lika-chan or even Tammy. And although this isn't Mattel's first attempt at capturing the Japanese market, this is definitely one of their more successful ones. Now, this is one of their first attempts. She's a partnership with a company named Takara, and she is Lady Maria. Now, Lady Maria is a lot smaller than your average size Barbie, which at this time would have just become a superstar. She is more in line with Barbie's cousin, Francie. Francie has a slimmer body, and Lady Maria sports that slimmer body. Just her torso. Her arms and her legs are her own mold, and they do not have the bend and click knees. They have wire knees and wire arms, so their arms can be posed in any way you want. I personally love her face. She is so angelic. She's just like an anime. Now, Lady Maria was related to Lika-chan, who was outselling Barbie in Japan. And Lika-chan was supposed to be like a skipper where she was younger, and Lady Maria was Lika-chan's American cousin. So after that launch proved to be a little bit successful, they said, well, why not go the extra mile and do Barbie? It's the same body as Lady Maria. She has a ring, just like her superstar cousin across in the States. She has a different face mold than Lady Maria. This doll sold extremely well. Finally, Mattel had a market for their Barbie, and they were not looking to cash out. But Mattel, being as petty as they are, had been told that Takara wanted a piece of that Transformer money. And who owned Transformers but Hasbro, their arch nemesis. But Takara didn't care, and they wanted that bag anyway, which meant their partnership with Takara was soon to end. But no worries, there's a new horizon out for Mattel and a company called Bandai. And she's the doll we're going to review today. Before we open up Barbie and see what she's all about, we are going to look at her box. Now, I cannot read or speak Japanese, so I'm not sure what this box says. They do have a combined name down here, and it's pronounced Ma Ba, but I like to call them Bandai. A lot of the Bandai Barbies from the early 90s were just Bandai and not even Ma Ba. But the first version of the Bandai Barbie definitely was called Ma Ba Barbie. Here's the side of her box, and here's the back of her box. This is their Ken doll. Cool tip if you want to save money. Sometimes people post this as Korean Barbie, not Japan Barbie. So it's just a way to save some money when looking for her, as these Barbies are not cheap. So let's open her up. Here she is out of the box, and on the card, let's go through her pamphlet. On the front, we've got a picture of Barbie and Ken. And as you open it up, you will see the dolls and the little fashions that you could buy to build your Barbie world. The school outfits, personally, those are my favorites. This was their basic version of Barbie, where you can just buy a Barbie in a swimsuit and build the world around her. And look, not a painted-on swimsuit in sight. These are her accessories. We have a red headband with a white lace bow and a pearl, and 2 white pumps. Here she is out of her box, looking super precious. Now, this costume is not my favorite, but these dolls are pretty limited out there, so you kind of just have to get what you get and don't pitch a fit. Her stand is super cute. It's got a little bee on it and holds in one leg at a time. So she too has a very anime style type of a face. Here are Bandai and Takara standing side by side. When Mattel went to Bandai, Takara used the molds literally to make Jenny. They used all the old Barbies that they hadn't sold yet, just put them in a new box that said Jenny. Takara did sue Bandai. They were afraid that consumers could not tell the difference between Jenny and Barbie, so Ma Ba had to change their face molds. Soon after, Bandai soon revised the mold. This is the revised mold. This one is a skinnier type of mold. I used to have the old mold, but I actually sold that doll. Whoops, let's get rid of that because it's ugly. That's better, although her hair is extra kinky, baby. Now I put on her headband and she looks so much more precious. Let's talk about her fashion for a minute. Now this is very 80s. But the elastic is actually still good in this costume, which is just straight up bridal satin. This doll's articulation, she has bendable arms, a ball jointed neck, ball jointed hip, ball jointed legs, and bend and snap knees. Unlike the wires that are in the legs and in the arms of this doll, the only wire that's in this doll is in her arms, which ultimately makes her more posable and just a little bit more fun to play with. Here's a comparison of the Ma Ba and Takara Barbie doll mold. As you can see, the bodies were very similar. Here she is next to a classic superstar mold Barbie. All in all, they are a very, very, very cool part of Barbie history, and I'm super, super, super happy to have them. And anytime I come across a fashion pack, you best believe I'll have my eye on it. Which means I'm gonna be opening this one in a different review. So stay tuned.
Wow, what another thrilling review. Share with all your friends so that way they can lose a little bit of their day too. Bye.